Hello. I've received a couple of questions about ConferZoom, so I thought it would be a good idea to just create a short video to help people. Now, imagine you want to use ConferZoom. The first thing I want you to do is to log onto your Canvas course and click Settings. There are three tabs up here: Course Details, Section, Navigation, Apps, and Feature Options. What we want to do is add ConferZoom to our course navigation menu. So everything down here is invisible. If you see these little dots over here, it says disabled, not visible to students, disabled, not visible to students. I don't like my students to see my assignments, for example. So what I'm going to do is take ConferZoom, drag it up here. So ConferZoom will be dragged up here, and anything you drag up here, it will not show unless you slide down and click Save. So very important. You drag it up here, then you scroll down, click Save. Let's click the Home button. We'll get out of Settings. And as you can see, it says Home, Announcements, ConferZoom. ConferZoom is now on my course navigation window. So what I want to tell you to do is click ConferZoom. And Jim Brakebill taught me this. Many of us have Zoom accounts, but we don't have ConferZoom accounts. So what you have to do is click this little tiny words up here, Account Settings. So I'm going to click Account Settings. It says Overview, Email, Personal Calendar, Time Zone, and Conferencing Accounts. I want you to click on Conferencing Accounts. If you have a green check mark here, you are in good shape, and you are good to go. You can use ConferZoom. If you do not have a green check mark right there, what you need to do is go to conferzoom.org and sign up for ConferZoom. Again, many people have Zoom accounts, but do you have a ConferZoom account? ConferZoom is linked with Canvas. Your students don't need to sign up for anything. It's all set up and beautiful and ready to go. So if you don't have a ConferZoom account, you go to this website, click Sign Up, put in your information, you tell them that you're a faculty member, and it takes about 48 to 24 hours. They'll send you an email saying you have been given your ConferZoom account, you're good to go. When you go back to Canvas, after you get that email and you click Account Settings and Conferencing Accounts, you will get a green check mark here and you'll be ready to use ConferZoom. Let me show you another trick that I do. I'm going to click on Modules. And let's say my first module that I'm teaching, I want to add a ConferZoom meeting. What I can do is click this big plus button, and rather than adding an assignment or a quiz or a file or a page, I'm going to go to External Tool. These are all the external tools available to us. I'm going to choose ConferZoom. Add item. As you can see, there's a link here to ConferZoom. I'm going to publish it. I'm also going to edit it. I'm going to say ConferZoom meetings Monday and Wednesday, 12 to 1:30. I am now scheduling, well, I'm not scheduling a meeting, I'm just creating a link, and I'm going to click Load a New Tab. Now my students, when they come to my module, they're going to see everything they need to do, and they're going to see a link that will bring them to ConferZoom. They can get to ConferZoom through the course navigation window right here, or through the module. I like giving them both options. So now let's talk about scheduling a ConferZoom event. I'm going to click ConferZoom, and I'm going to say I want my event calendar and I want to schedule an event. So I'm going to call it, a meeting. I'm going to say that it meets weekly. I'm going to do Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm going to say it starts at 12 noon. It's going to go for an hour and 30 minutes. It's going to start, Monday the 6th, and I'm going to keep going until May the 20th, and I'm going to save. Now you see on my schedule, it's a repeating meeting where I will hold a ConferZoom event. When that day comes, I click on the event, I click prepare, and I launch the meeting when the time is about ready to go, and I will have a ConferZoom meeting with my students. Okay, so again, what we've talked about is going to Settings, dragging ConferZoom down so that you can see it on the course navigation window. We've talked about adding a link in your module to ConferZoom. We've talked about checking your ConferZoom account to make sure it has that green check mark. And we've talked about scheduling a ConferZoom meeting that repeats weekly. If you need to do any of those things, that should help you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to drop me an email.